It's the beginning of the new year, the financial year, that is. And from today, April 1st, a number of changes come into effect. The adult minimum wage is going up by 2%, from $22.70 an hour to $23. And
now, this is not necessarily criticism of National, Chewy, because I don't know how much it would have gone up under Labor, but if it's less than inflation, it obviously means they're going backwards. So minimum wage earners are going backwards under this government. They could, if Labor had have won, they could have also been going back under Labor. I'm not saying it's just National, but the reality is National is government and minimum wage earners are going backwards under National. So that's accurate.
But hang on.
15.
Yep.
Isn't this government laser focused on the cost of living?
No. Oh, sorry, yes. Sorry. Apparently the answer is yes.
That's something that they could have done to kind of redress the about. It's inflationary as fuck, but still.
No, but they've got no money because of the last government. Not because $3 billion has been given back. The last government left the cupboards bare, so they couldn't do another 20 or 30 cents because, you know what I mean? How
the usual
how
argument.
pay?
The usual argument is minimum wage goes up, a business goes out of business, which never happens. But
never, ever. All right, here we go.
Cents. The student allowance increases by almost $28 a week. There's more money going into pensioners' wallets. And for those living alone, they'll get almost $50 more a fortnight. And a couple will get more than $70. And the Working for Families tax credit jumps around $8. Interest deductibility is also back. From today, landlords can now write off up to 80% of their mortgage interest, and this rises to 100%.
From today, National wanted it to be 100% backdated, and the negotiation was 80% from now, rising to 100%.
From April 1st next year. And changes to road user charges come into effect today as well for electric vehicle and plug-in hybrid drivers. EV owners will pay $76 every 1,000 Ks, while plug-in hybrid owners pay $38. Lisa Davies has more.
The brakes have gone on the popularity of electric vehicles, and the new road user charges are getting the blame.
Unfortunately, EV sales are less than 5% of new car sales now, where last year they were averaging 27%.
Just think about that, right? Mr. Luxon, who loves KPIs, key performance indicators. What indicator does it tell us that the EV market has been decimated like that? Like from 1 in 4 cars, 1 in 4 new cars were EVs last year. Now it's 1 in 20. What KPI? What does that tell us about that? What this government has done to that market?
Yeah, and the flow-on effect is going to be that they don't bring in as much, because the stock's not moving, so you don't get as much choice and that sort of thing. And there is going to be a snowball effect here.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep going.
This EV importer is bearing the brunt of it.
Ideally, if you want people to use electric cars, you want to offer positive incentives, not negative incentives, which is we've swung from one to the other now.
However, the Transport Minister says now EVs...
How many times do you think he says potholes in this conversation, Chewy? We'll see. I'm betting a couple. That's my guess.
...make up 2% of all light vehicles. The exemption needed to be lifted.
To ensure that all road users contribute towards building and maintaining the roads, fewer potholes, better roads, everyone's got to pay their fair share.
But it's not the charge itself the EV industry takes issue with, it's the amount.
We've got EV owners and pure electric vehicles now paying 23% more than petrol drivers. So that's not really equitable. We're at the same level as diesel vehicles.
The government doesn't accept that makes EVs unappealing.
Ultimately, it's much cheaper to drive an electric vehicle in terms of running costs than it is to drive a petrol or diesel vehicle.
However...
Yeah, but let's just be clear. It's also much more expensive to buy the equivalent electric vehicle than it is to buy the equivalent petrol vehicle. Would that be fair, Chewy?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So again, right? What he's saying is true. National will give you the top line information and never delve deeper. So he's got that, but he's not also saying, but you might also pay double the price Like for what you can buy in an EV, what you could buy for $40,000 in a combustion engine is probably what you'd buy in a $70,000-$80,000 EV. What you can buy in an $80,000 combustion engine is probably what you're getting at $120,000 or $150,000 as an EV. The standard of car, the standard of trim, that sort of thing as well. So again, National identifying a truth, but leaving out the what to say around it to bring the context to it as well. Yes, they're cheaper to run, but they're also twice as much to buy. Now they are. They might not have been when Labor was in, but they are now, Joey.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go when the sales case for EVs is that you're paying for your transport costs up front, right? So yeah, they do cost more, but you save money in ongoing petrol and maintenance costs and all of this sort of stuff. So he's just saying, oh, they're still appealing. They're still appealing. No, and it's also just such shallow thinking. He's not thinking about energy resilience. He's not thinking about climate targets and environmental benefits. He's not talking about social benefits as well. Like less emissions in the year is great for people's lungs.
Yep.
And just not being around those carcinogens of being near a transport corridor or something like that. Like there's so many flow-on effects. And I take issue with this constant point where they go that everybody needs to pay their fair share for roading. I am in so many New Zealand EV groups and not a single person is saying that we shouldn't pay road user charges. They're saying the numbers are wrong.
Yeah.
The sums that they have used to work out this is not fair. So I got a letter last week just reminding me that it starts this way. And it says every road user needs to pay their fair share. Now, you're suggesting to me that the system is fair, and we know that it's not.